I'm Sensei Kakuyo, North American contributor for Buddhistdoor Global. Thanks for joining me for this episode of The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's talk is Eat Nourishing Food. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. I have a bit of a confession to make. I get hangry. For those of you who don't know what this ailment is, it's when someone gets angry because they're hungry. Now, thankfully, I don't lash out at people when I get hangry. I tend to turn inwards. I get maybe a grumpy look on my face. I don't want to talk to people. I sit in the corner by myself until I can find something to eat, and then I feel better. But sometimes there's another problem that can pop up. And if I eat the wrong foods, unhealthy foods, junk foods, let's say, then instead of being hangry, I'll just have a stomach ache. So I have to balance here. I have to be very careful to ensure I'm eating, but also ensure that I'm eating the right things. I have to eat nourishing food in order to avoid unnecessary suffering. Now, this is true about physical food that we eat, but it's also true about mental and spiritual food as well. We need to make sure that we are nourishing our minds, our bodies, and our spirits every day. Whether this is by reading books, whether this is by spending time in nature, we have to ensure our brains, that our spirits have the food they need in order to flourish. Otherwise, we too can become hangry, giving in to the defilements of greed, anger, and ignorance. But there is a balance that must be struck. We can't just eat anything. We have to eat nourishing things. So when we engage with media, we have to ask ourselves, is this nourishing food that is feeding me, that is life-affirming and healthy, or is it putting me in a bad mood? Is it filling my mind with negative thoughts? When we engage in entertainment with family and friends, we must ask ourselves again, is this the type of food that will help me along my spiritual path, or will it give me a spiritual stomach ache? Now, the good thing is we all have the inner wisdom, thanks to our Buddha nature, to decide what is right for us, what is nourishing, and what should be taken in versus what is junk food. We just need to make sure we're asking ourselves the right questions to ensure we take in the right things. Amitabha.